All right, ladies and gentlemen, as promised, joining the show right now, joining the One Mic with Big Mike show, comedian, actor, activist. Haven't talked to this dude in a while, man. My main man, Shang, he's in the building.
Yes. Definitely.
What's good with you, man? How was the Bahamas?
It was cool. Yeah, the show went excellent. It's just I couldn't do as much political stuff because they started off with like a political debate rally before I went up. So I was like, the crowd was like, oh, we already,
Wait, what? Wait, they were debating their politics or the politics here?
Yes, they had the politics in their country. People who are running for office went up. 3 of them and debated before I went up on
before the comedy joint.
Before the comedy, but it went good though. It went good because
they should do that here. They should do like John McCain and Bernie Sanders, and then bring out, I don't know, Kevin Hart after it's over with to kind of just smooth it out, because like the way stuff is going around this joint is just like ridiculous. Make sure you guys, first of all, guys check out the website. I am Shang. Follow my man on Twitter and Instagram, comedian Shang. Also, you bring something up when you do these shows in other countries. Do you have to kind of do that and kind of play it by ear to see what the vibe is like, because to see what's going to translate to the crowd that you're performing in front of?
Yeah, I mean, like if I'm in Jamaica, I have to, you have to definitely make it translate. I do, because my stuff is so America specific, pertaining to the politics going on in America and the racism going on in America and the racism, sexism, chauvinism, capitalism, and just isms in general. So they like right now they get real. You got to kind of make it as plain as possible.
He's got the 1 hour special coming out, Shangri. You can pre-order that joint on Target, Walmart, Best Buy. You can go to FYE and pre-order right now. Tell us about Shangri, my man.
Shangri is an hour special. We, myself, Dave, Adam Wasserman, and Dave Goldberg produced. We did it in New York City and in Manhattan, and it was off the chain. And if you go to the website, I Am Shang, you can see some of the clips. It's gonna be in all the stores, and hopefully later on it'll be on Netflix. We're waiting to see what they say. So far so good. But it's gonna be in stores: Barnes and Nobles, Walmart, Target, FYE, and it's gonna be in the little hood stores too. Don't get it twisted. So you can get it in the hood stores,
but you got to make sure you tell them it's gonna be the official copies, the ones you want them to get, not the ones that are gonna be outside, outside the hood store, the ones that are in the store.
Yeah, now the African dude selling them on the corner, that's going to be a different one. The quality's not going to be as good, but still, pick it up and support them. Why not?
You look at you. See, that's the realness right there. Still giving the bootleg man some love.
Give the bootleg man some love. Why not? Ain't nothing. I can't chase them all around. One time, my album, I was so excited. I had my first album on like a label, and I was walking up the street in New York, right? And he was selling all these CDs, and I saw my bootleg of my CD. Now, it had been about a month, and he saw me and said, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh. And I was like, no, man, hey, that's kind of cool. Hey, let me buy one of those for $5.
That's all right.
And I bought my own, which is crazy, and then I gave it to somebody. But this still, it was just, right now it's going good with at least the way people responded. But hey, go out and buy it, because I know how hard it is to sell stuff, and it's only $8. So settle down. Don't act like I'm killing you on the price.
Right.
So go. Yeah, but it's only available right now online. It's available online, like at these stores, at the different Target, Walmart, Best Buy, FYE, Barnes and Noble, and I forget, they gave me a whole list of them, but those are the 5 I remember. But yeah, and you can check it out if you think, I don't know if it's funny or not. Check out my website, IamShang.com, and you can check it out. And it's raw. So if you're like a Christian person that don't like profanity and don't like, oh my God, he said it, I can't believe he said that, Jesus Christ. Well, you ain't gonna like it.
Right.
But if you like it raw and real, I do talk about some stuff the police need to get their stuff together. I talk about the police a little bit. I talk about politics. I talk about racism in the country. Okay, I talk about it. I got to get into it because Yeah, they need to know. People need to know.
What's that Netflix process like? You say you're trying to get into Netflix. What is the process to get your project on Netflix? Do you not just send them a bag of cash and like, look, we want to put our stuff on Netflix, put it on there, or they have to actually accept your situation to Netflix? Is that what we're talking about?
No, you send it to them, and I'm going through a distributor.
Okay.
Right now I'm going through a distributor. So I'm waiting to see which way they're going to go with it. But, I mean, I've seen some of the specials on there, and I know that mine is definitely equal, if not more, and a lot of the comics that they do have on there literally have to open for me. So that's the truth. That's not me being a narcissist or cocky. It's really, and the comics know it too. Like, they couldn't follow me in a car, let alone on stage. And that's just real. That's not like what somebody said, well, who are you, Floyd Mayweather? Why are you saying that? I'm like, no, that's just the truth.
Somebody actually said that?
Like, I said, like, I can't follow Kevin Hart. I mean, I could follow him in a club. I could follow him if they put me up after him. I don't care. I'll follow anybody. But what I'm saying is, it's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
People even I could be funnier than Kevin. It's not going to match because he's so big, and I'm very proud of him. I'm very, very, very proud of him, and I hope that he gets, as much stuff as he can. I mean, he's doing his thing.
Definitely, definitely. The other voice that you're hearing right now on the One Mic with Big Mike show is comedian, actor, activist, my man Shang. Follow him on Twitter and Instagram at comedian Shang, and be sure to definitely check out the website I Am Shang. Let's talk subject matter. With you, is there anything that's off limits, anything you won't touch? I've asked a few comedians this, and they usually have an answer. Like, I remember Rodney Perry telling me that he kept people who were considered icons off of his list. Like, he won't do no Whitney Houston jokes or no Michael Jackson jokes and things like that. Is there anything that's off limits for you?
Well, no, I don't think there's anything off limits for me. I mean, even icons, because if icons slip up and do something stupid, if an icon wake up butt naked in a bed full of midgets and I find out about it,
that's ridiculous.
I'm like, hey man, I respect your work, but what's with the 6 butt naked midgets? I gotta know, and I got to let the people know. So
that's like one of my dreams. 6 midgets.
Yeah, I know, man.
Midgets are awesome,
they
dude.
Just roll around in little tiny titties everywhere. Come on,
dude, midgets are awesome, dude.
They're awesome. It's just a whole bunch of them, just a whole bunch of bad little midget chicks just rolling around.
Like, you've been in the game for a while too, man, and you notice sometimes with comedians, like, especially, I don't know if it's age or if it's status that changes them, like the Chris Rocks, the Eddie Murphys of the world. I don't know if it's kids, maybe. Your kids make you kind of get a little bit milder. You're a father yourself. As you've aged, have you found a challenge? Well, I don't know. Like, look, I just turned 40 last week, so I don't really know what that means. See.
You are
Come
young.
On, dog.
Listen, young blood.
Dog.
I can say that now.
Come on, dog.
Listen, young blood. Watch yourself, Cracker Jack.
Like, that don't make me feel no better about it either. I mean, because there's so many things that I'm starting to realize I don't understand people of another generation, and that's how I know it's getting to be that point. But for you, with your comedy, are there any things that as you've gained status or as you've gotten older, your perspective has changed on things? Has Shang softened in any areas as far as the comedy is concerned?
No.
Word.
I've gotten in fact, I've gotten worse. No, I'm serious. I'm way worse. I'm way worse.
That's awesome, man. Like, I feel like me and you can hang because I'm like that too. Like, I'm getting older, but I feel like I can't wait to be like a real old black man. And then I want some money too. That way I can just say what I want to whoever I want to say it to. Like, those are the two components. One, I can take care of. I will be older. The rich part, I still got to work on that. But then, you can just say whatever you want to people in public, on TV, wherever you want to. And it's cool. It's acceptable.
Just walk up, hey, look at that ugly little baby.
Right, immediately.
Ugly little baby. Look like me when I was younger, just ugly. Just, I don't, if anything, I've gotten worse because I figured I haven't made it to the level I want to make it. That's real. Anybody listen, that's the truth. I haven't, I'm working on it.
Like what level is that? On it. Like, what is the level you want to make it to?
I wouldn't mind like a couple notches below Chris Rock, because I mean he's huge, and or one of those cats or at least to be comfortable enough where I'm not. I got to grind so much to do,
gotcha.
Shows and stuff. I still got to do shows to pay bills.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest of these cats. I mean, like Kevin Hart could literally take off a year and he'd be fine.
Right. Okay.
Or 2 years and still be fine. Whereas I can't do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, I would like to be able to be in a position just where I'm comfortable, not even balling out of control. Just where I like, okay, car is paid for. Okay, cool. And it's weird. There's a perception that I'm doing better than I am. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not doing like horrible.
Right.
But I'm grinding. I don't have management. I don't have I don't have an agent or anything like that. But I somehow seem to get it done. I still get bookings. I still get, which is crazy.
Do those things kind of snowball though? Like you say, I want to be comfortable. I don't want to be balling out. But with comedians, because I look at certain people. I look at like Gerard Carmichael, even Kevin Hart. It feels like the little stuff happens, and then once the big thing happens, more big things happen, and like you can't just turn it down. Like people wonder about Kevin Hart, and I think people feel like Kevin Hart is overexposed, but I just feel like Kevin Hart has reached his time, and he realizes that he's in his time now. And so like when the projects come, it's like, well, I'm comfortable. Like you just put, I'm comfortable. But, what's wrong with a little more comfort? Let me do this movie with The Rock. Let me do this movie with Matthew McConaughey or whoever. And it feels like for some guys, things kind of snowball. Do you feel like Anthony Anderson? Anthony Anderson's hosting everything now. He's got Blackish. He's doing a lot more stuff, Food Network type stuff. So when you say you want to be comfortable, would you at any point just be like, all right, no, I'm at the place I want to be at. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that right now.
I pass on stuff now if it's something that's demeaning to the black folks.
Word, man.
Yeah, I don't even care. I mean, I've already done that. I've already put myself in a financial position where I've had an offer for something that was really, more money, and I just was like, nah, I'm good. It was just like something I was just like, nah, that's not something I want in my life.
Good for you. Respect, man. Respect.
And it don't get me wrong. I mean, I look at it and go, dang, why did I do that? But then I think about it and go, you know what? It's just something that I don't want to be in that position.
Is there a shelf life for stand-up comedians? And the reason I ask, because I haven't seen the Chappelle situation yet on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard the reviews, and some people are real up on it. Some people are real down on it. And I think some people believe, like we talked about earlier, some people believe that a comedian is going to be the same guy who left the Chappelle show 10 years ago, when this man he's lived life and his life has changed. And maybe what you're hearing or seeing on stage is the same guy with a different perspective. So my question to you kind of piggybacks the question I asked you earlier about you changing. Oh, okay. Is there a shelf life to where you can still be funny, but if you're not the funny that you were when you were at your peak, people kind of bristle at it?
No, not for me.
My word.
Not for me. I mean, no, and I don't think so for Chappelle. I just think that, it's just, there's too much stuff going on for me to act like, well, I can't talk about that and make that a joke from that. So I wouldn't say that's the case for me.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say that even is the case for Chappelle.
It's just because it seems like a lot of times too, we live in a society that people are going to people are always looking for that downside. Like we don't have a situation in the world, I don't think, where people can appreciate someone anymore. It's not about the person that won. It's about the person that lost. Always. You know what I mean? We don't congratulate people. We just ridicule the people who didn't do as well. And I think that serves the same thing where you talk about a guy like Dave Chappelle and someone says, man, he wasn't as funny as he was, man. He didn't do the Rick James bitch situation. And, people want to live in that one era of another person, for example.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. People had want me to do jokes I did on Comic View, and I'm like, I'm like, I don't even do that joke. Me and my girl came to see you do that joke. You ain't gonna do that joke? No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna do that joke. And then they get an attitude with me. I've had them flat out get an attitude with me. So I don't know why people like that. And then when you do the same joke, they go, "Oh, he did the same joke." It's like, which one is it?
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, Guy Torres said he said it's like
he said the same thing.
He said with musicians, he said like people show up to see, I don't know, the Ozzy Brothers, and they want to hear the same hits over and over and over again. But they show up to see a comedian. If he say one joke out the whole set that they heard before, it's a damn problem for some reason. You know what I mean? Like the whole double standard and people. I really don't think people have an appreciation for comedy, for stand-up comedy. You know what I mean? I think because everybody feels like they have said something funny. It's just like talking about sports. Like I do this sports show. Everyone has said something about sports before, so they feel like they can do a long-form 2-3 hour show talking about sports and put it together until they have to do it. Like I'm sure you've been at open mics and seen people get up there and just get their ass fried because somebody, their cousin or somebody's their girlfriend was like, you know what, baby, you funny as hell. You should get up there. And then 4 minutes seems like 4 hours. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, I've seen that many times. I've seen guys that were funny the first couple times and be like, I'm funny as you. And I go, okay, I'm not even, I don't even fight with them about it. I just go, all right, well, I'll tell you what, I'll go up first, and then you go up.
Oh,
and if you do good, great. And if you don't, that'll tell you something.
Yeah, that's a setup. Let the pro go do it. Let Michael Jordan do the dunks, and then you follow him. Yeah, that's a setup all the way.
I mean, I do that. I've done that a few times with people, just on the strength of like, okay, well, if that's what you want to do, if that's what you believe, but that's not the case. Have these cats. There's people that are funny on like YouTube and think they're funny live, and they're not.
Right.
They're not as strong. It is a craft. It is a documentary called Die Laughing that's coming out that explains how hard it is to just get a 45-minute set of material. It's not as easy as it looks. It's just not.
Join on Showtime. The other voice that you're hearing is comedian, actor, activist Shang, comedian Shang on Twitter and Instagram. And make sure you definitely check out the website IamShang.com where you can catch snippets of the new 1 hour special Shangri. For a guy like you, when I talk to you guys, like comedy's like a science to you guys, and no one will ever admit to just like laugh out loud, like belly laughing at things other comedians do, because like I think it was Steve Wilson that told me like, because when I'm hearing somebody do the joke, I already know where it's going. I know what the setup is. I know what he's getting to, and I know what the punchline is going to be. Like you're already dissecting like a coach watching football. You can't watch it and be entertained. But so what is it that makes you what makes you belly laugh? Like just bend over and just tear it up laughing.
The worst shit in the world. Like when somebody does something, like stuff you would think people go, "Oh, I can't believe you laughed at that." I do stuff. I do laugh at stuff that I shouldn't.
No, you should laugh at everything, dude. Because you know why? I was just telling my boy this the other day. Right? Because me laughing at it is not going to change it from happening. Like if you trip up on the street and you skin the whole side of your face up, and I saw it, I got out the corner of my eye, and I laugh. That's not going to repair your face. It's not going to do anything to help you that I laugh. It's only going to benefit me. It's going to make me happy. So, yeah, dude, I believe in laughing at everything.
And why shouldn't I be happy?
Right, exactly. Everything is funny. Have you seen, I thought they were bringing back Def Jam, but apparently they only brought it back for one episode. Did you see it?
Yeah, it was all Def Digital.
With the joint with Tony Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to bring it back too, but no, they're not.
I thought that was crazy funny because the one dude was on there. The reason that every time somebody talks about they shouldn't laugh at something, that dude that was talking about mouth banging babies, it's like you really shouldn't laugh at that. And without context, it sounds like it's terrible. But it was funny as hell. So whatever, dude. He said he went and registered his own self as a sex offender because the kids next door was so damn bad. And so when they kept coming in his yard, he was like, y'all better keep these damn babies from over here. I'm about to start mouth banging one of them in a minute. And that's sick, but it's funny as hell to me because I'm that dude.
Yeah, no, I laugh at that. I don't even care when people get upset about that. And I've said stuff on stage that somebody's, because I was talking about Trump once and on stage, and I said, what does he have to do for you to go? I'm not riding with him, like, because it's like they just will not care whatever he does, even if it's wrong. They just ride with it. And I just said, and I said that. I didn't say mouth banging. I said, what do you finger babies in the street, middle of the street?
Jeez.
What does he have to do, finger a baby in the middle of the street, for you to go, you know what? And maybe I shouldn't support. But there's gonna be that one dude. Well, I tell you right now, there was a gummy bear stuck in that baby's butthole,
right.
And he was trying to make that baby's butthole great again, just like America.
Dude.
And I said that, and somebody else got mad at me. Was like, "Oh, that was disgusting."
It's awesome.
But the whole crowd was laughing though when I said that.
There's a gummy bear stuck in his butt.
Bear stuck in his butthole. And actually, when you got a gummy bear stuck in your butthole, you got to have some. And Trump has little hands too, so he got little hands, so he could get right in there and get that gummy bear out that baby's butthole.
Dude, people are these damn jackasses are so ridiculous, man.
Oh, people get mad, and somebody got mad at me, and I was like, okay, I understand. Yeah, but get over it. Get over it. Stop it.
Y'all got to follow this dude, man, on social media. Cause like you're one of the dudes that's always reminding people too, by the way, to stay focused. And I think that's very, very important. Like, moving on from the comedy talk, let's get into some real stuff now. Cause you're one of the people that's always reminding people to stay focused. Cause there's so much going on, dude. I've watched way more news now. I probably have exceeded my sports watching and watching news and CNN and MSNBC. And my favorite thing is Vice News. Vice News is the best thing since sliced bread.
It's real. It's raw.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I love that one.
So as we move forward, as a comedian, is Trump? Can we describe him as the gift and the curse? It's like he's terrible.
He's for comedy. Oof.
Yeah, he's good for business, right?
Good for business. Good for business.
Such an idiot, man.
Bad for the country. Bad for country. Bad for black folks. Good for business.
That's such a freaking idiot, dude. Like, it's not even one of those things where you could just be like, well, maybe he's just sly like a fox. No, this dude he's like a turd with a 1 IQ, dude, wrapped in one.
Yeah, he's horrible. But you know what? The people that keep following him, I blame them.
Yeah, you got to.
I never go after, like, I go after, I go after them.
Yeah, because a dog gonna bark. A dog gonna do what a dog do. A parrot gonna a bird gonna tweet. Those things are gonna happen. It's the people who allow the dumb stuff. Like what you just mentioned about the baby is real stuff. When they ask these people about these Russian connections, these cats was like, I still wouldn't mind because you know what? We need to know about Hillary's emails. Really, Jeb? Like, really? That's the thing?
Exactly. They're all scary stupid. And like, they definitely didn't get enough oxygen when they was babies. And it's just their brain. They're scary stupid. And nobody wants to admit that they're scary stupid. They want to, like, let them go and be. I'm no longer giving them a pass. I'm like, if somebody say something stupid, I just go, man. Like somebody said this to me down because Trump's right. We're going to build a wall and you blacks are next.
Right. I've been saying that for the longest.
I said, you too stupid to talk to. And I turned my back on him. He said, what? I said, you heard me. And you know what? There ain't no Trump supporters here to stop me from knocking your head off. I mean, so then he got real quiet. Oh, of course, go to violence. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go right to violence.
Like, you're supposed to be like, well, since you said that, I decline.
I'm sorry.
Well, thanks for the invitation. Last thing I got for you, man. I appreciate your time as always, man.
Come on, man. Come on, you already know what it is.
Yeah, man. I like because I ain't even writing nothing for you, man. I just I want to have a conversation with you because every time I'm watching the news, I swear it to be the truth. Damn it, every time I'm watching like CNN or Bill Maher's show or John Oliver's show, like I'm thinking about you. I'm like, I wonder what this dude is saying about this cat, this Russian cat. Got cat sneaking around, passing off information. You know what I mean? Dudes taking money. My man leaking his own tax return. Like he did that. 2 pages of the best tax returns he's ever had. Come on, man. That's
right.
That's a stunt I would pull. You know what I mean? I'd do that. Like, yeah, see, Ma, this is the report card from 3 weeks ago. Look how good it is. Meanwhile, the current one got all F's on it.
He's being sneaky. I think that now that the general asked for immunity, there's trouble.
You already know what that is. He gonna start singing like a damn bird.
He don't want to get in trouble. He don't want to. He's like, I'm not going down. I'm not going down with you, Trump. I'm just not.
How close you been following the Colin Kaepernick situation?
Oh, that made me. I was so mad about that. And then I was mad. I was watching the Sports Center, and I forget the brother that wears the little hat, heavy set dude. He said some old, okay,
Jason Whitlock.
Black. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you're black. Okay, you wore the Muhammad Ali shirt. It's like,
don't get it.
We get it. What do you mean we get it?
Nah, he don't get it.
What's wrong with that? Yeah, he don't get it. I like what Kaepernick's doing. He's backed up everything he said, not only with his money, but with, and he's definitely not one of the worst quarterbacks at all. There's way worse quarterbacks that he got blackballed. And the fact he's saying that he said he hasn't been blackballed is bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I think that Kaepernick, out of all of the sports, at least people I've seen, Kaepernick really had a lot of courage to go out there because he knew people were going to, go at him, and he still didn't care. He said, like, no, this is how I feel. This is what's going on. Cops are killing us in the streets, and I'm going to say something about it. And I've gotten it, too, from, when I've said stuff, when I've said stuff on not only interviews on TV, but on interviews like this. Mm-hmm. I've gotten people that were mad at me and cussed me out and all kind of stuff because I said, what's wrong with us, like, digging up our own culture? What is wrong with that? I never understood that. Because
all of our rights come with a but. They don't show you that part in the Constitution. It's like the right to assemble peacefully, but you got to do it the way we want you to do it. I mean, there's so many better ways he could have done it. Really, like what? Come on, Aaron. Tell me what the better way was than him just sitting his ass down and not saying nothing. You know what I mean? My man wasn't out there raising hell and you know what I'm saying, wearing a dashiki and none of that stuff on the football field. He just sat down. Yeah, I just think there were better ways for him to do it.
For a song that is racist
as hell.
Period.
Right, racist as hell. But you can't talk about that, though. That's the one thing about this country, my man. Like, everything that's happening now with all these, I call them crumbs, like Hansel and Gretel, that lead back to slavery. Those conversations get kept real quiet. You know what I mean? Until we start talking about, but my flag and my patriotism. All right, but you got an orange goon in the damn White House. That's patriotism? You let him hide every damn thing?
I see people get mad about it, and I see people doing something about it, and that's the people I'm going to ride with. Because that's what I've been doing, man. I post to every day, I post something to basically show the hypocrisy of Trump. And I'm not trying to get it at the people that, like his followers. I don't give a shit about his followers.
Right.
I try to get at the people that will be inspired and angry and say, wait a minute, I'm not standing for this. And I want them to stand up. I want them to be upset and keep the fire of it going. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. And I'm going to keep, every day he's in there, I'm going to diss him.
Real talk.
And I'm going to diss him. He going to get it.
Real talk. Before I let you go, man, what's next for you, man? What you got? What you working on? You just coming back from the Bahamas? What's next?
Yeah, that was. I did that show. That was fantastic. Shout out to DJ Naughty for booking me. He hosted the show. He's a radio personality and comedian down there. I got a show coming up. I'm gonna be at Dangerfields in New York City, April 28th. Wait a minute, let me do it in order. I'm going to be in North Carolina at the Comedy Zone, Clayton, North Carolina, at the Comedy Zone. You go to my website, there'll be information, and then I'll be at Dangerfield's in Manhattan, April 28th. I'm doing a show there with a lot of funny comics. Robin Montague, Greer Barnes is going to be on the show. J.P. Justice, really strong show. Definitely come out. And then get at me through the website. I'll be doing some shows in Hollywood at the Improv, and I'm going to have free tickets. The first 100 tickets will be free, and then after that, if you miss the cutoff, then you got to pay. So hopefully you don't miss the cutoff. I hope it's first 100 people, because that's the kind of deal they've been giving me at the comedy club. So that's real cool.
Sound like a deal to me.
Definitely, get at me through the website, and which is IAMSHANG. And I'll let you know what's going on.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Shang, appreciate your time, brother.
Oh, it's Shangri. Oh, the special Shangri.
Cop that,
That's
man.
right. that. Yeah. I forgot about that. That too.
No doubt, man. Hey, as always, appreciate your time, brother.
Oh, no, thank you, man. Very, 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 very much.